Welcome back. It's still Network Africa on Channels Television. We've been telling you about our top story today, especially after what happened yesterday. It's still xenophobia in South Africa. And joining us now live via Skype is the Voice of America's Anita Powell. She's in Johannesburg. Anita, thank you so much for joining us on the program. Well, Anita, has there been any improvement since yesterday?
So last night there was an unfortunate incident in the Johannesburg neighborhood of Jeppiestown. Some looters attacked a Nigerian business. It was an auto shop, and there was some looting and there was a bit of violence. And so we're still reeling from the aftermath of that today. In Durban, the epicenter of the violence, the police chief has described the situation as calm but tense.
Now, we understand that foreigners don't feel safe and are actually arming themselves for protection. If that's the case, would it be surprising to see reprisals?
Yes, possibly, but I think a lot of the people who are arming themselves might say that they have no choice. I mean, this is a violent mob that's coming to attack them. But yes, we might see reprisals, unfortunately, as a result of that.
That's being done at the moment, either by the South African government or embassies, probably, to protect foreigners who are obviously feeling scared at the moment.
So, as you know, the governments of Malawi and Zimbabwe have offered to repatriate people. There was a march today in Harare against the South African embassy, just calling on South Africa's government to be more mindful of Zimbabwean residents in South Africa. But right now, I think a lot of these foreign nationals living in South Africa are still, unfortunately, in limbo.
Well, Anita, thank you very much for the updates you've just given us. Thank you so much, and please stay safe.
Thanks.
Well, yesterday we did speak to Femi Ajayi, who is a Nigerian living in South Africa at the moment. He briefed us on the situation in Johannesburg about how he's been coping, and I believe we've been able to establish connection with him via telephone. Femi, are you on the line?
Yeah, I'm on the line.
It's good to hear from you. Now, how are things today for you from your own point of view?
Kind of scary today. It was kind of scary today. Even at my area in Randburg, in Johannesburg, many shops were closed down because of the head kind of a rumor that the next attack is going to be on the Randburg side. So all the old shops were closed down. Even me, I can't even walk on the street. So it was really scary. It was really scary.
But you also indicated yesterday that you're not ready to come back home. Have you had any change of... You indicated yesterday when we spoke that you were not ready to come back home to Nigeria based on what's happening right now. Have you had a change of heart? Do you still intend to stay?
Actually, right now, I haven't changed my mind yet whether I have to go home or not, because home is very far from here. You can see. And you can't just move. All our property and everything needs to be placed on the proper place before you say you want to move. That's the thing there.
Now, I do understand what you mean. But are you seeing anything tangible at the moment which makes you feel safe? Anything being done by the South African government?
Yeah, many things have been done. We see some of the patrol policemen around which are patrolling the area. So they're really containing the whole issues. It was actually a rumor, so they are not actually attacking us here. So the South African government policemen are really working hard on it. But they're not really, but some areas in Joburg town whereby most of this violence is being pushed there. Many people are just, the policemen are not really fighting hard on that. That's the issue right now.
How are you protecting yourself from all this madness, basically, in quote?
I can't hear you.
I'm asking how you are protecting yourself because, and unfortunately we just lost Femi. Femi is a Nigerian who's living in South Africa, and he's been sharing his experience with us so far. We do wish him well, and we will do our best to reconnect with him. But now we are looking at other stories. It's been a Friday of protests, not just in South Africa, but other parts of the continent. In Burundi, police fired tear gas and water cannon at hundreds of protesters who called on the president not to run for a third term. This is the latest sign of tension in a nation that emerged from civil war a decade ago. The thing is, this just might be a case of jumping the gun, because President Pierre Nkurunziza has not said if he will actually seek office again in the June presidential race. But his supporters want him to, while opponents say it would be unconstitutional and have called for street protests to prevent such a move. To Egypt now, where a soldier was killed and 5 wounded yesterday when roadside bombs hit 2 military armored vehicles in the northern Sinai region. 2 bombs hit an armored vehicle in the town of Sheikh Zayed, killing a non-commissioned officer and wounding 3 other soldiers. That was confirmed by an army spokesman who issued a statement on his official Facebook page. Adding to that response, a military helicopter was also said to have killed 3 terrorist elements in a car while fleeing the scene. North Sinai is at the heart of an insurgency that has killed hundreds of soldiers and police since 2013, when then Army Chief Abdel Fattah al-Sisi ousted Islamist President Mohamed Morsi, and Sisi was elected president last year. Later yesterday, 2 soldiers were wounded when a roadside bomb targeted an armored vehicle in a village in the area of Rafah. There was no immediate claim of responsibility for the bombings. And Sinai province, which is a militant group, has declared allegiance to the Islamic State and has claimed responsibility for similar attacks in the past. Well, we take another break now on Network Africa. When we come back, we're looking at the issue of illegal migration. Please stay with us.